God has a message for you. Your challenges are like gifts that help you grow and change. Every tough moment is a chance to move toward a happier and more rewarding life. You have the power to shape a life filled with joy. Don't be scared of change. It's your chance to reach new heights. Happiness is closer than you think, and you can make choices that truly reflect who you are. Believe that every step you take brings you more peace and satisfaction. Step into new beginnings confidently, knowing your life is getting brighter and more joyful. God urgently needs you to know something. It's time to block a certain person on your phone. They are using your trust for their own benefit. You are a kind and noble person, always treating others with warmth and respect. Your family cherishes you. Depliev always supported them wholeheartedly. You've built strong, trusting relationships because you believe trust is the core of any real connection. But sometimes you discover that not everyone who says they care about you really means it. You felt something was off with someone you trusted a lot. This person who you thought had your back was actually taking advantage of your trust. This realization shook you deeply, as if your whole world was falling apart. God has witnessed your struggles and the deep pain in your heart. It's been hard to understand how someone you cared so much about could let you down in such a profound way. This betrayal didn't just hurt. Emotionally, it began to affect your physical health as well. Nights became sleepless marathons of stress and worry, and these feelings didn't stay bottled up. They spilled over into every part of your life. At work, where you once thrived, your ability to concentrate took a nosedive. This led to misunderstandings with colleagues and a noticeable drop in the quality of your work. People who knew you as a pillar in the community started to see a change. Your once stellar reputation began to wane under the weight of your troubles. Financial problems started to surface, adding another layer of stress. Your family, seeing the toll these issues were taking, grew increasingly concerned. Everything seemed to be crumbling around you, and in the midst of this chaos, you felt utterly lost, unsure of where to turn for help. However, in the quiet moments of despair, you could feel God's presence. Despite the acute pain of betrayal, you clung to the belief that God had a plan for your life and that, somehow, things would improve. You realized that to start healing, you needed to take decisive action to protect yourself from further hurt. The difficult but necessary decision to block the person who betrayed your trust on your phone was a pivotal moment. It was tough, too. Cut off someone you once trusted, but this act was crucial for your peace of mind and to start moving forward. Taking this step brought a small but significant relief. You began to feel a bit lighter, as if by asserting control over this one part of your life, you could eventually regain control over the rest. With the toxic influence removed, you started to find your footing again. Slowly but surely, sleep began to come a bit easier, and the overwhelming stress started to diminish. Your family and friends noticed these changes too. As you began to heal, their worry transformed into support, bolstering your recovery. With each passing day, your faith in God's plan strengthened, giving you the hope and courage to rebuild what had been lost. You learned a valuable lesson about the importance of setting boundaries and protecting your emotional well-being. Now, looking back, you see not just a time of hardship, but a period of profound personal growth. You've emerged wiser, more resilient, and with a renewed faith in both yourself and your path forward. You understand now more than ever that with God's guidance, even the most difficult moments can lead to new beginnings and a stronger, more peaceful you. When you made the decision to block the person who had hurt you, a sense of relief washed over you almost immediately. It was a clear sign that you were on the right path. Gradually, the heavy burden you had been carrying began to ease, and the constant stress that seemed to cloud every day started to disappear. As you began to unwind and feel less tense, your family noticed the difference too. Their smiles returned as they saw you becoming more relaxed and peaceful. This change gave you the strength to wake up each day with a new sense of hope. Although you knew the road to full recovery would be long and perhaps challenging, your faith in God's support made you confident that you would emerge from this stronger than ever. As the days turned into weeks, you noticed significant improvements in your life. At work, where you had previously struggled to concentrate, you found yourself able to focus better, and the issues that once seemed insurmountable began to resolve themselves. Opportunities that you hadn't noticed before suddenly seemed within reach, and you started to feel more optimistic about your professional future. Your financial stresses began to lessen as well. Perhaps it was your renewed vigor at work, or simply the result of better managing your resources, but either way, you found yourself less worried about money. This financial stability helped mend the relationships with your family and friends, which had been strained by the pressures you were facing. Healing these relationships brought you even more peace and satisfaction. Throughout this entire process, you felt the presence of God guiding and comforting you. It became clear that you were not alone in your journey. God was with you, steering you away from turmoil and towards a place of renewal and hope. This realization deepened your faith and reminded you of the power of divine intervention in our lives. Now, looking back at the struggles you faced, you see them not just as challenges, but as important lessons that have shaped who you are today. You've learned the importance of setting boundaries and protecting yourself from harm. More importantly, you've understood the value of trusting in a higher plan and keeping faith even in the darkest times. These experiences have fortified your spirit and prepared you for whatever lies ahead, reinforcing the belief that with faith and resilience, you can overcome any obstacle and find true happiness and peace. Through all the tough times, even when it felt like everything was falling apart, you could sense God's presence. This challenging period taught you an invaluable lesson: the importance of protecting yourself from people who don't have your best interests at heart. Now, you're not just stronger, you're also more vigilant, always mindful of God's protective hand over your life. These hardships have sharpened your understanding of life and deepened your faith. You've come to realize just how crucial it is to trust in God's plan. No matter what challenges you face, you have faith that God will guide you through, just as He has this time. This belief has become a source of strength and comfort, helping you navigate even the darkest days. You've learned that every experience, good or bad, happens for a reason. With faith, you've seen that even the most difficult times are opportunities for growth and healing. This perspective has transformed how you view life's struggles. They're not just obstacles, but stepping stones to a stronger, more resilient you. As you reflect on these truths, remember that you're never truly alone. God is always with you, watching over you and guiding each step you take. His presence is a constant reassurance in a world full of uncertainty. Whether you're facing personal difficulties, professional challenges, or emotional turmoil, God's wisdom and love are your steadfast supports. So, take a moment now to ponder these lessons. Think about the strength you've gained, the wisdom you've acquired, and the peace you've found in knowing that God's plan is always at work. Let these thoughts fill you with gratitude and hope. And when you're ready, type Amen to affirm your faith and accept this message of enduring support and divine guidance. This journey may not have been easy, but it has been meaningful. With each challenge, you've been sculpted into a more capable, more understanding individual. The road ahead may still hold uncertainties, but with faith and the lessons you've learned, you are equipped to face them with confidence. Remember, each step forward is guided by God, and each challenge faced is an opportunity to demonstrate your faith and grow even closer to Him.